Britain's emergency bikers are the lone rangers of the road. Scything through the most congested traffic in Europe, they're on the front line.
Don't punch me, sir.
In the battle to save and protect lives,
Crashed by the car.
they get help where it's most needed, fast.
This one outside lane at 100 mile an hour.
And the minute they're on scene, we're right there with them. Coming up, the quick-witted motorists.
I could smell alcohol really strongly, so I just took the keys out of his ignition so he couldn't drive.
The unlucky biker.
I've never crashed into a car before. I've always crashed just slid along the road.
And good advice not taken.
How do you believe it's insured?
Do you know, I was going to do it tomorrow. My dad's actually just given me a cheque yesterday.
I've got absolutely no sympathy.
Yorkshire, England's biggest county, with 5,000 miles of road to police. It's rush hour in Tadcaster. On patrol, biker cop Martin Smith. Smithy's had a call. There's been a crash on the A63, a busy commuter route from Leeds to Hull. A car swerved across the white line, narrowly avoiding a head-on crash. The driver didn't stop. The second driver gave chase, and her quick reaction stopped this from turning to carnage. A community support officer is with both drivers.
Who's who?
Roll's failed to stop for this lady here.
Right.
It's up further down as they've come off the A1 near the petrol station.
Okay.
Petrol station.
Just come and over to the car with me, will you? It's just easier over there. So have a seat on there.
This red van just veered straight into my line of traffic. I swerved, there was a small lay-by on the left-hand side, and he just continued to drive.
Her wing mirror has smashed off, but her initial anger at his failure to stop turned into something much more serious when she caught up with him.
I could smell alcohol really strongly, so I just took the keys out of his ignition so he couldn't drive.
You're a driver of a motor vehicle at the time of an accident. I'm going to ask you to do me a breath test, all right? Do you agree to provide me a specimen of breath for a breath test? Right, OK. When did you have your last drink? Last night, OK. You have much, or...?
I had a few pints.
A few. So just take a deep breath and take a nice long steady blow. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That was champion. Right, we'll just wait a minute.
The legal alcohol limit for driving is a reading of 35. This driver is almost 3 times that.
You are likely to be over the prescribed limit by quite a considerable amount, all right? You are being arrested in this moment in time on suspicion of driving whilst over the prescribed limit.
A roadside test can't be used for a prosecution. Before he can be charged, the man has to be breathalyzed on a more accurate machine at the station.
Have you ever been bothered with us before for anything?
Unfortunately, may I say, drink driving before.
A while ago, is it?
A long time ago.
Long time ago. If I could just ask you to sit in there, please.
Alcohol slows down the body and brain, leading to poor judgment and coordination. It can slow reaction times by 30%.
Yeah, by a long way. Well, according to that 94, which means he just didn't have a drink just last night. I mean, if he did, then he certainly had a skinful. But it's only an assumption, but I would think that he was obviously under the impression that he might well be over the drink drive limit, which is probably why he hasn't wanted to stop, to be fair.
How long alcohol stays in your system varies person by person. It can take 3 hours for the body to break down a strong pint of lager.
But fortunately, we're both all right. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
Because
both fine.
I'll...
I think he got a shock as well, he just kept driving because he was so drunk.
Did you get the keys off him then?
Yeah, his vehicle was still running and I was just concerned that he might drive off, so I went in and took him out.
Remind me not to argue with you.
Thank you very much.
All right, take care.
The other drivers had a lucky escape. Every 6 hours, someone's killed or seriously injured in a drink-drive accident.
Had she not been so switched on, or indeed the drift was much greater, instead of a glancing of vehicles and a minor injury accident, we would have had a head-on collision. With the amount of drink involved in that as well, we could have just had absolute carnage. It's a great deal of skill on her part and quick observation that's probably saved the day. What we're going to do now is go down to the police station at Selby, put him on the Callout machine, which is the machine on which the reading from it decides whether you'll be charged with an offence or whether you haven't done anything wrong. and we'll take it from there.
The outcome of the man's next test will decide his fate. If guilty, he could face 6 months in prison, a £5,000 fine, and a year's driving ban.
Just keep your hands there, then you know you're not going to fall over anywhere, because I can see you wobbling a bit. We've got to see.
The lowest of 2 breath samples will be used as evidence.
On there, you've been arrested on suspicion of driving a motor vehicle on a road whilst over the prescribed limit. Okie doke, just take that and put that in your mouth. Nice deep breath, and keep going.
A score of up to 39 will get a caution.
Keep going, keep going. There you go. That's smashing. OK, off you go again. Same again. Nice deep breath, and away you go.
Any more than 50, and it's an immediate charge.
Keep going, champion. That's it. Done it. Marvellous. It says 111 and 113.
What's the
legal limit is 35.
Right, so not good.
Well, it isn't the best of options, is it?
The man's blown a reading even higher than at the roadside.
111 is getting on for 3 times over the limit. And whilst I appreciate this is the accurate reading compared to the roadside one, it's going up. The gentleman, when he was being booked in custody, said he hasn't had a drink since yesterday. It's also what he told me at the roadside. Yesterday, for me, finishes at 1 minute before midnight. But according to this, he's still going up, so he's had rather a lot.
I'm disgusted, really, and thinking that I'm going to be losing my licence again, probably my job again. Not looking good at all.
What we're going to do is keep him there, because we can't interview him or release him until he has blown a reading which would render him sober.
Over 80,000 people each year are convicted of drink driving. 1 in 5 are caught the morning after. The driver was sentenced to 12 weeks imprisonment, suspended for 12 months. It was his 3rd drink driving offence, and he was ordered to attend a minimum of 12 alcohol rehabilitation sessions and carry out 150 hours of unpaid community work over 12 months. Breach of any of these orders will result in him going to prison. He's also been banned from driving for 4 years and then has to take an extended driving test. Cornwall, a hot late summer's day. Everyone's out enjoying the sunshine. On call, biker paramedic Keith Moran.
Thank you.
A call comes in. A man's collapsed at a bus stop and is lapsing in and out of consciousness. Keith's 4 miles away. He has to get there fast. Threading his way through the winding country lanes, he arrives in just over 3 minutes, first on scene.
Hi, sir. Oh, my name's Keith, is it you?
Come round now, just.
Oh, okay.
We'll leave it out now. Yeah, thank you ever so much.
What can I call you, sir? Dennis. Right. What happened then, Dennis?
I just felt dizzy.
Just felt dizzy?
Yeah, run for the bus.
Right. You're running for the bus?
We did look like that, yeah.
Right.
And I just sat on the wall, trying to get dizziness back.
Right.
His eyes went up into his head.
Okay.
But he's never had it before.
You feel dizzy again at the minute?
Yeah.
Okay, you got any pain anywhere at all, Dennis? No pain at all? Have you ever had anything like this happen in the past? No? Okie dokie. All right, let's give you a little bit of a once over there. You got any problems with your heart at all?
This could be anything, from a heart attack to a stroke. Keith starts his checks, but before he can do anything, Dennis blacks out again.
Dennis? Okay. What are you up to?
Nothing.
Eh?
No, nothing wrong.
No? Okay.
Dizziness and yawning are signs that the brain isn't getting enough oxygenated blood. If the levels drop, the brain shuts down.
Is your vision okay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's a bit dizzy.
You're just feeling a little bit dizzy still? Okay. I'm just going to do your blood pressure, okay? No problem with your blood pressure?
Low blood pressure.
Low blood pressure. Low blood pressure. Okay. I'm going to get you lay down on the floor, Dennis, I think, because that's going to be better. I'm going to get you a little blanket in a minute, all right? All right, just so we can get you... You're right there for a minute, sir.
Yeah. He's going again. His eyes are going again.
Okay.
Keith and a fellow paramedic lay Dennis down. It'll help blood flow to his head.
Okay, a little step forward. That's it. I'm going to sit you down, Dennis. Down. That's a boy. Okay. Okay. Lay yourself down. That's it. Just put something under your head. Just there. Okay? All right, you say you've got no pain at all? No pain at all. OK, buddy. Give my hands a squeeze, both hands. Squeeze tight, pull me towards you.
By checking Dennis has equal strength in both arms and that his smile is not lopsided, Keith can rule out a stroke. The tests are known as FAST, face, arms and speech test.
That's cool, brilliant.
His pulse and blood oxygen levels are also good. Keith moves on to check his heart with an ECG.
I'm just going to leave you alone just for a second while we just get the ECG recorded. OK, just got to chill as much as you can, just go floppy, OK? That's all good, isn't it?
Dennis's heart is working well. Keith takes his blood pressure.
That's still 110/70.
This too is within the normal range. It's all a bit of a mystery. An ambulance arrives and Dennis can be checked further.
Just sit you up nice and gently for us, Dennis. So he's got his abdomen's nice and soft.
Okay, just a little bit. That's all right.
Yeah, OK. What's that feel like now? Need a drink. Hey, it's not that time of day already, is it? Ready, set, go. That's it. Bottom on the middle.
It's been a frightening episode for Dennis's wife, retired nurse Susan.
Still feeling a bit lightheaded.
Yeah.
We just came out to get the bus to Penzance. Suddenly his eyes just rolled back in his head and he just went. When he opened his eyes, he didn't know me. Didn't respond at all.
It's possible that Dennis's long-term low blood pressure and the heat made him collapse. To be sure, Dennis will need a series of tests to rule out anything more sinister.
Take him up to the hospital, get ECG done up there as well, just in case he has any cardiac things going on there. The only definitive answer to that is having bloods taken at the hospital.
Essex, Tuesday lunchtime. Patrolling the streets of Broomfield on the outskirts of Chelmsford is biker cop Tracy Bishop. She's en route to a crash on the main road. A car and a motorbike have collided on a zebra crossing. It's on the other side of town, but Tracy makes light work of the midday traffic, arriving on scene in just over 4 minutes.
Are you injured at all? Just your leg. Have you been checked out by ambulance or anything?
No, the ambulance has been here.
He has been?
And he's gone.
Oh, right.
He said everything's fine.
Cool. Let's take some details.
No one's hurt, but there's plenty of mangled metal. Tracy needs to hear both sides of the story.
So what's actually happening?
Well, I'm going right.
Yep.
It's completely clear.
Yep.
So I swing in to come next minute. The bike appears and just bang hits me.
Right, OK.
Yeah, all I did was I go down the middle of the traffic, right? You're allowed to do that on a bike. I wasn't going any other stupid speed.
So you're going down the middle, coming from this way?
Yeah.
OK, what speed were you doing?
No, my speedo ain't accepted right, my speedo.
So you're claiming a mechanical defect to your vehicle? Are you? Right, OK, we'll get it recovered and get it sorted then. OK? If it does turn, so you knew your speedo was duffed, do you?
No, I've looked at it.
No, his speedo works, but look, there's a sticker over it.
Who are you?
Oh, his cousin, look, the sticker's like not exactly. Exact, so it's like 3 miles an hour more.
So it's just stuck on, that's what I'm saying. You can't even see what speed you're going, really. It's just stuck on, you see?
Right, OK. So this is a kilometre speedo, yeah?
Yeah.
So the sticker, right, is zero, yeah? So when your needle goes up to 30, that's 30.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah? So what's wrong with that sticker? Because your speedo's on 0 there, and it's actually on the 0 there.
It's not accurate. But like that don't work either.
So should you really, is this really in a roadworthy condition then?
Yeah.
Tracy has the power to seize any vehicle she suspects to be defective. They can immediately be taken off the road and an MOT ordered to prove roadworthiness. If the owner doesn't agree, they can be fined up to £5,000.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to speak to the independent witness.
Yeah.
OK. Get this checked out, make sure it's mechanically OK.
Well, it's not now, is it?
Well, it's not now, but they'll be able to tell.
No, I'm taking this home with me.
No, you're not. I've just told you. No. I've just told you. You're claiming a mechanical defect.
I'm taking my bike.
Are you claiming a mechanical defect to this vehicle or not?
No.
And I shall cancel the tow truck then. Nice one.
Tracy knew the speedo was okay, and now he's admitted it. The driver will be allowed to take the bike home. But not yet.
I've never crashed into a car before. I've always crashed just sliding on the road.
I think you definitely need to go on a bike course if you keep crashing and sliding down the road, don't you? Bless him.
Police bike safe courses are open to anyone who wants to polish their riding skills.
They just assess their riding and try and give them a few tips and techniques of how to stay alive, basically. We need to get into the moped rider, that sort of age group, because at the moment, unfortunately, they're the ones that are getting killed.
A quarter of all motorcycle casualties are aged between 16 and 19, and this lad's mum knows the dangers only too well.
She's stepped 999 calls, so she knows all like the bad sides of crashing, so yeah, I reckon she's going to go mad. I only had the bike 2 weeks.
I just jumped out quick and got to him to see how he was, and was mightily relieved when I found out that he was okay. The car's a bit of metal. That can be replaced. If he'd have hurt himself seriously, that could have been for life, if not death, you know.
Extra training is vital. You never ever stop learning on a bike, you really don't. And those people that think they're the best rider in the world are usually the ones that come a cropper, because just because they've got away with it for the last 10 years doesn't mean they're going to get away with it for the next year.
Neither rider or driver were found to be wholly responsible for the crash, and no action was taken. The young lad's mum has stopped him riding mopeds, and he's now saving up for a car, but plans a return to biking when he's older. Cornwall is a county whose natural charms attract an ever-growing number of pensioners. An above-average 23% of the population are over 65. On duty in Truro, biker paramedic Rob Griffiths. A call comes in. An elderly lady, recently out of hospital, is lying awkwardly and in pain, and the care worker with her can't move her. Rob's on his way. He covers the 3.5 miles to his patient in 6 minutes.
Hello, my name's Rob. Who's this?
This is Joan.
Hello, Joan. What's happened then, Joan?
I've got over on the side and I can't get back.
You just need a bit of a hand, do you? What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a quick check over and we'll have a chat about the options here, OK? So this morning we were called because you're on your side and you can't move.
Yeah.
OK. But that you'd normally be able to move, Joan, would you?
Yeah.
OK, so you don't feel short of breath at all, Joan?
No.
No? You in any new pains?
Pain in my leg is horrendous.
Pain in your leg is horrendous. How long has that been going on for, Joan?
Well, it's been uncomfortable for a long time.
OK.
In the last couple of days, I can't bear to touch it hardly.
OK.
Joan has cellulitis in her legs. It's a bacterial infection of the tissue under the skin, and left untreated, can cause abscesses and septicemia. She was in hospital because of fluid on her lungs, which is also very painful and distressing.
What we'll do, we'll get all these bits and pieces done, and then we can move you to where you want to be.
Yeah.
And then we can have a chat about where we go from here, really. Do you feel like you're coping here or not? Or do you feel that you'd be better placed back in the hospital?
Just my husband that got all the problems.
Right. And how often?
Joan's husband, Ivan, looks after her with the help of visiting carers, but he's struggling.
I can't get her in and out of bed, so I don't know what's going to happen.
So I'll get one of our emergency carers.
I'm 87.
Come down and see you.
I can't do it forever. Try.
1 in 8 UK adults care for ill or disabled loved ones.
Her husband is trying desperately to manage her at home. She's had previously dislocated shoulders, so found it difficult to get herself back up onto the bed. He's trying to lift her on her own, trying to toilet her on her own, and it's becoming completely inappropriate, really. He's going to end up damaging himself or damaging her.
Half of carers over 60 will become ill themselves.
What we're going to do, we're going to try and manoeuvre you onto your back. We don't want to pull on your arms or your legs, especially if you've got problems with the dislocated shoulders, OK. Then what I think I'll do is I'll get one of our emergency care practitioners to come down and see you.
Yeah.
And then he can liaise with the doctor about whether you should be going into hospital again or whether you should be staying at home with some further care. Would that be OK?
Yes.
We've got to try and push something underneath you now, Joan, or I'm sorry if it's uncomfortable.
Because of Joan's unstable shoulders, Rob can't risk pulling on her arms in case they dislocate again. He needs fellow paramedic Christian's help. They'll have to slide a lifting belt behind her back.
Sorry, Joan, you'll have to kneel on your bed a little bit. This isn't an easy job, is it, with your shoulders? I can feel them clicking. We'll get in there. Right. OK. Are you more comfortable now?
Yes, thank you.
Is there anything else I can do for you at this present time? No? Just ready for a cup of tea, I expect, aren't you?
No, I was bothered about that.
No?
It's taken 2 strong men to safely lift Joan to her most comfortable position.
Yeah?
I feel a different person now that I've got back on my back, because I always sleep on my back. I can't turn on my sides with my shoulders, so I'm much more comfortable now, thank you.
Rob's worried about Joan's cellulitis and has arranged a follow-up.
We contacted our emergency care practitioner, who's come out, and he's going to try and get her an admission into the hospital through the medical wards rather than the A&E departments. I'm going to leave you to it now, OK? I'm going to pack up my stuff. Well, good luck with everything. I hope they manage to get you sorted out, OK?
Thank you.
And hopefully you'll be home again soon. It's absolutely my pleasure. All right?
Yes.
Take care.
Can't praise them enough.
2012 marked the 50th anniversary of modern surfing arriving in the UK. 500,000 holidaymakers take to the waves for the first time each year. Surfing is worth a staggering £70 million to the Cornish economy. And Cornwall is the mecca of British surfing. Fistral Beach near Newquay is a favourite spot, and someone's been injured. Biker paramedic Sarah's on her way. A 14-year-old boy is in trouble. A surfboard has hit him on his neck. Lifeguards have pulled him from the water and taken him to their beach station. They've already immobilised the boy and quickly briefed Sarah.
Hi.
Young Ronan here.
Okay.
He's 14 years old.
Righto.
He's not sort of got any relevant medical issues or on any medication.
Okay.
He's been in the surfing boys. He's had surfboards, little mate surfboards hitting sort of the base of the head, top of the neck.
Surfers can easily reach speeds of 20 miles an hour. Ronan may have been hit with some force. There are no visible injuries to his head, but a broken back or neck is possible.
Just stay really nice and still for me, okay? You're doing a wonderful job there. We want to hear lots of yeses and nos and none of this, all right? So you're doing really well with that. Just tell me if it hurts.
Hurt a bit there, yeah.
In the centre where I'm pushing or to the side?
In the centre.
In the centre. Because of where you've told me the pain is, what we're going to do is we're going to send you to the hospital to be seen by the doctors there, okay? They might well x-ray your neck just to see if the impact has actually hurt one of the bones. As you might be aware, this end of your neck sort of controls the rest of your body, yeah? And if you do damage to your spinal cord at this end, you can get a lot of problems down here. Okay, so we don't want to risk any of that.
Ronan's come from Guildford to surf with his mates. It was friend Cormac's board that hit him.
I was riding my first good wave of the day and I went straight into the back of his head and it looked pretty painful. And now my mum's in there ringing his mum, telling him all about it, so I'm a bit worried for him, to be honest.
Yeah, just press.
No,
just
no,
press
fine,
down.
Mum. Bye, Mum.
The ambulance crew have arrived, but before they move him, Ronan will need a neck brace.
So this is going to go around your chin, and this bit's going to slide underneath you, okay? So
This has to be done incredibly carefully. Any jarring of his neck could lead to permanent damage to his spine.
And then this bit just sits underneath your chin. You should feel it, but it shouldn't be uncomfortable, okay? Once we've kind of got that velcroed onto there.
Every 8 hours in the UK, someone will become paralysed.
Does that feel like it's supporting you?
Yeah.
Still got no changes in anything, sort of tingly or anything like that? No, good.
Ronan's neck is now protected, but he may have injuries at the top of his back, which must be kept straight. A scoop stretcher will keep it in line as he's lifted from the floor.
We're going to use this yellow stretcher that comes apart into 2 pieces. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put half either side of you, and it literally scoops you off the ground. We'll click it back together, and then we can lift you up onto the stretcher with it. Okay?
Ready, set, roll. Ready, set, lower.
With Ronan supported by the scoop, lifeguard Emily can safely let go of his neck. Before moving Ronan to the ambulance, the paramedics use a vacuum mattress, which shrinks to a hard protective shell around his body. Sarah and the team can't take chances, when even the smallest slip could affect Ronan's life forever. Cormac's mum will follow the ambulance to hospital.
I did have to ring his mum, and his mum's obviously a little bit worried. You never know with necks and backs and things, so they're doing the right thing to take a precaution. But these guys, the lifeguards have been fantastic. They always are. They're just fantastic. The paramedics have been brilliant as well. So hopefully there's nothing to worry about. Trying to stay calm, trying not to panic about it.
Ronan may need x-rays to determine the extent of his injuries, and he certainly won't be back on his board today. Essex, home to some of the busiest roads in the UK. On the lookout for dodgy drivers in Southend is biker cop Lucy Watson. Lucy's had a tip-off that an uninsured driver is on her patch. It doesn't take her long to find the car.
Hello.
Hello.
Which way are you going at the end? Yeah. You going left or right? Right, when you pull right, can you pull over to the near side? Just need to have a chat with you. Thank you. No, it's just your documents might be a problem. We'll have a look.
Lucy's expecting the driver to stop. She doesn't.
No, I want you to pull over, please. Go into that car park.
I think you said could you pull over when you're going to stop?
No, I said when you turn right, pull over.
I do apologise.
Okay.
I've got a baby. Oh my God.
Right, the reason I've asked you to stop is your car's just flagged up as having no MOT and no insurance, and I believe no tax, so I just need to check all that out. How do you believe it's insured, or do you not have any?
No, I don't have any.
Okay, you are going to be reported today for driving without insurance. You're also going to be dealt with for your MOT. Let's have a look. I take it the taxi's out as well, is it? I'll just have a look.
I was only told yesterday by my dad that my car would get impounded if I didn't sort it out today.
Right, have you got your licence with you?
No, I haven't.
Have you got any identification with you?
Bank card?
Yeah, just something.
63 people a day are killed or injured by uninsured drivers. Lucy's not letting this car go anywhere.
Quebec Mike 16. Could you organise a 165 recovery for me, please? The insurance is the serious one that I'm concerned about. Obviously, she's driving around in an area where people are walking across the road. Loads of cars everywhere. She has a collision with somebody and injures them. She's got no insurance to cover that. Obviously, you know we're going to impound the car today.
Yes.
It's going to be seized under Section 165
So what
of the Road
happens
Traffic
now?
Act.
How do I get it out of the pound?
You're going to have to get it insured.
Yeah.
Take the form I give you, along with your licence, your insurance,
Yeah.
proof of ownership.
Right, I've got a friend that's got a pickup truck. Can you pick it up like that for me?
You're going to have to produce your documents to get it back. However, if you have lost your licence, it is possible.
No, I haven't lost my licence. Honestly, I haven't. Oh, I lost it. Yeah, I've lost it. I don't mean lost it as in.
I know what you
taken
mean.
From
You've,
me. I've got a
you
clean
physically
licence.
lost it, as in you've got one, but you can't find it.
Yeah.
You have to produce it at the police station.
I could sell the car, couldn't I? Someone else could pick it up, couldn't they?
No, to get the car out, you're going to have to produce your documents, or someone insured on your insurance with a full licence could collect it. So if you insured your dad, he could collect it.
Right, okay.
Okay. What's happened with the insurance now? Has it just run out, or has it been cancelled?
Run out. Do you know, I was going to do it tomorrow. My dad's actually just given me a cheque yesterday, to go and do it.
No tax, no MOT, no insurance, and now there's a problem with the woman's licence.
Have you ever used another name?
I was married.
Right, so that's a name you've used?
Well, yeah, I was married for 15 years ago.
Okay. And what address would be on your driving licence?
Oh, my goodness.
Failing to keep licence details up to date could mean a £1,000 fine.
I've not changed my address.
You haven't, no.
I've moved.
You need to do that.
Oh, no, believe me, I'm going to.
Today's trip is turning out to be a very expensive one.
You've got 14 days to recover the vehicle. Obviously that stands at £150 for the recovery and £20 for every day it's stored, so it goes up every day.
So it's £170 if I get it out, because I'll get it out the very next day.
Right.
Because the driver can't find her driving licence, fixed penalty fines aren't an option. She'll have to go to court.
I can see you getting upset, but this is a darn sight better than getting involved in a collision and then getting seriously hurt, or somebody else getting seriously hurt and you not being insured, isn't it?
I can't believe my stupidity.
Of the UK's 34 million drivers, it's estimated that over 1 million are uninsured.
She knew the insurance had run out. Her dad had told her that she'd get her car impounded if she used it. She just thought she'd get away with it. And she got upset with me at one point there. She's got a daughter in the car and she's got a grandchild in the car. I've got absolutely no sympathy. She knew full well what she was doing.
The driver was prosecuted and in her absence was fined a total of £705, including costs. Her licence will be endorsed with 6 penalty points. Cornwall. As well as the longest coastline in England, the county boasts 2,000 miles of footpaths, which attract millions of walkers every year. But a gentle ramble can quickly become a life-threatening accident, as the biker paramedics know only too well. A tourist has plunged 20 feet down a waterfall at a renowned beauty spot just outside Falmouth. Biker paramedic Rob Griffiths is on a 19-mile emergency dash. When he arrives, an ambulance is already there, but it can't get to the patient. The crews reached her, but she's down a dirt track a mile from the road. She could have back and neck injuries. But as Rob soon discovers, there's no way out.
Yeah, at present, you cannot get access due to the padlock on the gate, which is to your right if you stand up on the scene now. We have got fire en route to actually break the padlock. And then after that, we will need you to come down by 4x4.
Roger that. The gate's padlocked fast. The fire brigade's on the way, but this patient needs help quickly. She could also be hypothermic from the wet, as her body loses more heat than it produces. Can Rob scramble the air ambulance?
Is there space to winch her up from a search and rescue?
Oh, certainly not. There's massive overgrowth at the moment.
Yeah, Roger. I thought you probably already thought about that, but I thought I'd throw it into the mix. We're going to have to go with fire brigade and cut through this lock, and we'll wander down to you. It's going to be a carry out then.
Thankfully, the fire brigade is soon on scene. They're tooled up to break the padlock on the gate.
Where's the gate? Gate's in front.
But that van could be a problem.
Is it open?
It's locked, and the driver's nowhere to be seen. Rob's fellow paramedic Nigel is poised to get to the patient in his 4x4. But all he can do for now is stand by.
If the fire brigade are happy that they're able to move this vehicle fairly swiftly, then we'll do that and get the four-wheel drive down.
I've just spoken to the owner of the van. He's the other side in Newquay, and he's got the only key. He said if you need to break a window, he's more than
we won't have to break it, I don't think. I think we should be able to.
The van driver's over 40 minutes away, but they can't afford to wait for him. They're in, but now there's another problem.
Steering lock? Steering lock? Yeah,
with locked steering, it's going to take some moving.
Slightly right, yeah. It's going to want to start steering this way. Get it tight to there if we get that out of the way.
Fire brigade, as you'll see, are quite resourceful, and to be honest, I think they'll probably manage it one way or the other.
brute force is called for.
Get through there? Yeah.
At last, the van's clear, the gates open, and Nigel can set off.
We're now going to make an attempt to go down as close as we can to the patient.
It's a rocky ride over steep, rough terrain. He has to take it gently. Six minutes later, he's with the patient.
She slipped, fallen head first into the water, like a waterfall there, been washed underneath the bridge and sort of come out the other side. And we think she's got herself out, but she has no recollection of the whole incident.
Memory loss is a sign of concussion, which temporarily puts the brain's functions on hold. At best, the patient will recover quickly. At worst, there could be torn and bleeding blood vessels. With worries about possible neck and back injuries, she must be moved gently onto the stretcher.
Right. Is this it? Come off this chain, can it? Oh, yeah. We'll take it off because it will probably dig into you.
The team must protect her neck. The vacuum mattress will immobilise her.
At this stage, it's difficult to comprehend what sort of injuries the lady might have. We're now making our way back to the road, through the woods to where the ambulance is, and any necessary follow-on treatment from there will commence.
At last, the woman reaches the sanctuary of the ambulance.
They've got to get her warmed up. She's probably quite hypothermic being down there in the water for some time. So they're basically keeping control of her head. They're letting some of the air back into that mattress so they can fold it open so they can assess her properly. Had a really good feel down her body, her chest, her abdomen, pelvis and all her limbs. Make sure they've got a full detailed examination.
The rescue has tested the ingenuity of the ambulance and fire brigade, but the patient is now safely on her way to hospital and hopefully recovery. North Yorkshire. The county's twisting country lanes attract hundreds of bikers each weekend. This Sunday is no exception, and many are gathering at a biker's favourite stop, Squire's Cafe. But with fun comes danger. One biker is killed or seriously injured in North Yorkshire every 3 days. Keeping the road safe, it's biker cop Sean Gray. Sean's on an unmarked police bike, riding out to the cafe along the B1222, the county's most dangerous road for bikers. As he nears the stop, a bike pulls out right in front of him. He has to brake heavily to avoid a collision. Sean wants a word with the rider, but he's got to stop him first. The rider's not speeding, but he's not taking any notice of Sean flashing the lights. Sean's bike is powerful, but the road is a stream of blind bends. It's too dangerous to overtake. The chase lasts for 3 miles before the biker finally realises it's a biker cop behind him.
Where do you think I might have stopped you? It's now horrendous.
It's where I pulled out of the cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. I mean, I'd already slowed down for them people coming across, you know, from the car park. Yeah, as I've come under the bridge. But it's a 60 mile an hour bit of road, as you know. Yeah. If someone's tonking on down there at 60 mile an hour, they wouldn't have stood a chance if you pulled out in front of them, really.
I knew you weren't tonking on. I could see you weren't tonking on.
Yeah, but you still made me.
There were some people sometimes indicate to pull in, so I thought.
Yeah, but I wasn't indicating.
No, I know you won't.
Yeah, so you presume, never presume. Yeah. I wasn't indicating, so I'm not going in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got any ID on you, fella? 10690, can I have a vehicle check, please? It's on a red and white Ducati. What's it like to throw around this?
No, I did sack day last Tuesday on it.
Right.
Down at Cadwell.
Again, I had one very similar a short while ago.
Cadwell Park is a racetrack in Lincolnshire. Its motorcycle track days are very popular.
Those.
The rider's details check out okay, but Sean gives him some friendly words of warning.
Never assume.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. As soon as I did it, I knew. Yeah. I didn't realise you would have.
Don't matter if I'm a cop or not, does it, really?
No.
You don't pull out on anybody. So, you know. All right then, fella, have a safe ride.
He goes on his way, hopefully riding a bit more carefully. But it's not long before Sean spots another problem in the village of Sherburn. The number plate on the bike ahead is completely masked by mud, an offence that can result in a £30 fine. Sean pulls over the rider.
No, do you think someone might have stopped you? No. Let's have a look around here. Can't read that at all. Difficult from here, isn't it? Yeah?
I went to Cornwall Park last week.
You went to Cornwall Park last week?
Track riding can throw a mix of dirt and hot tyre rubber up onto the plate. It needs cleaning.
Have you got anything you can clean that with on you? Bearing in mind it happened last week. Yeah? So you've been using it all this time? First time you come out on it. So you must have gone back on it, though, haven't you? When you come back out. Yeah. How long were you down there for? 6 weeks, you say, with the amount of mud on that?
Yeah, just one day.
Track days also take their toll on tyres.
Somewhat.
I think you're going to need a new set of tyres, mate, because your tyres are absolutely knackered, aren't they?
No.
Yeah, you look at them, you're burning where you're coming round them and you're riding on them.
They're not illegal, but leaning into hard corners is flat spotting the rubber on the edge of these tyres. A ridge can form, which may dangerously unbalance the bike mid-corner.
Have you got any driving licence on you at all?
I have actually,
yeah. Hold on. Right, listen, you've committed a motoring offence, yeah? That's the reason you were stopped. So don't ever go at me, fella. Yeah?
I'm just saying it's a waste of time.
All right.
This rider's details are also in order, but Sean wants to make sure he gets why he's been stopped.
One of these for a while. The reason you were stopped is because I couldn't read your number plate, yeah? If your bike's nicked or something like that, yeah, or you get done for speed and you're going through a plate, yeah, can't read it, yeah? So you are committing an offence. Now, you've managed to clean it. I ain't going to give you a ticket, right? But clean it before you leave the track next time, yeah? Keep an eye on them tyres, yeah? Because they ain't going to last long when you're riding like that, are they?
They'll get about 1,000 miles out.
Yeah, well then, that's what I mean, yeah? And smile. It's a nice smile, it's a nice day.
I've been for that.
I think he likes going around corners if you're out of the state of his tyres. They're legal at the moment, but I don't think they're going to last too long if he continues the way he's riding. All right.
Dennis had exhaustive tests in hospital, but no cause for his blackout was discovered. He remains in good health. The waterfall victim was kept in hospital for 2 days, suffering from cuts, bruises and concussion. She made a full recovery. Ronan had x-rays on his neck and back and was discharged later that day. On the 31st of August 2012, Joan died peacefully in Treliske Hospital. We are showing her story with the blessing of her husband, Ivan. Next time on Emergency Bikers. In Portsmouth, a woman seriously injured in a bar brawl.
Open your eyes.
In Essex, it's a high-speed chase for biker cop Martin Ackers.
This one outside lane at 100 mile an hour.
And in North Yorkshire, an overturned HGV causes chaos.
Do you want to be an arse or do you want to wait?